Hello, and welcome again to the KFB Show. Today we're diving into another of our 4 guiding principles, operational excellence. In simplest terms, this is how we use all our unique skills to help the organization perform efficiently and in a sustainable way. But that mindset doesn't just exist inside the walls of our offices. It exists in KFB's presence in local communities too. Our operational excellence is on full display at KFB's annual Clays for a Cause event, where this year we raised nearly $390,000 in charitable donations. Through the generous support of our sponsors and participants over the past 7 years, we've already raised nearly $2.1 million to help support those facing food and housing insecurity in Kentucky. Understandably, putting together an event like this takes a lot of effort from many of our staff. Let's see how 2 employees, Lila and Mike, help make this event happen. All that and more is happening now on the KFB Show. Our employee base that helped put this on, they just do a fabulous job. They come together to make this event what it is today.
The weather's beautiful for it. Our company really does give back to the communities, and that kind of gives me energy. I like doing things like this.
Yeah, it goes the same every year. Lots of changes, but they're all on time, so all is well. My favorite part is the morning when everybody starts coming in to register and getting to see everybody.
Hey, what's your first and last name?
There's such a large group of people out here that all have a hand in doing this stuff. Federation, insurance, every department's represented. They all have a role, and it runs very smoothly now because of that.
Yes, I definitely lean on a lot of people that are here. Pretty much everybody.
Quick question for you.
So they're already out there though. They're good to go.
He just needs a loaner gun for the morning. A lot of them are beyond our committee team, our core committee, and they're a huge help.
Yeah, the resume just keeps growing. Someone has a problem with their car in the parking lot, I'll go jump the battery for them, or, just whatever needs to be done. What station y'all going to? 6. 6, okay.
Whenever we start serving through charitable causes, then we start serving our members and some in our state.
I like being here. It just feels like home to me, like just good people, and so I keep coming back.
It was wonderful. It was a record year. Everything went well for our participants and everything went well for our volunteers.
Yeah, we're packing up the truck. It's been another great Clays for a Cause. Beautiful weather. Look forward to doing it again next year.
Well, it's an exciting day here at the Kentucky Farm Bureau Studios. As guests today, some of our folks that we serve alongside here in the state of Kentucky is Melissa, our Executive Director at Feeding Kentucky, and Sarah, our Program Manager. So Sarah, how big of an issue is hunger in our state?
Hunger is a pretty significant issue in our state. About 1 in 6 Kentuckians experience food insecurity and 1 in 5 children.
So operationally, how does all this food get dispersed around the state?
That's a fun question. We have our members are our food banks. And so we are able to work with farmers across the state to be able to source their food, whether it be through our Farms to Food Bank program or through a purchase program that we have. And we're able to get the food banks connected with that food. And in some situations, it could literally be a farmer in outside of Elizabethtown that is able to just drive right down the street to Feeding America Kentucky Heartland Food Bank Distribution Center and drop off their load.
Well, we're a farm organization and actually governed by producers all across the state of Kentucky, represented in all of our districts, and serve as our board members, and that's our governance. I kind of smile thinking that there's such a similarity, success for you all, is through a lot of agriculture. So Sarah, tell me a little bit about this Farmers Feeding Kentuckians program.
Sure. Farmers Feeding Kentucky is our umbrella term that we use for food sourcing in general. And basically how it works is a farmer will contact us whenever they have extra produce. We also take seconds or ugly produce that's still, it might be a cucumber that's a little too big or too small to meet industry standards. Like you wouldn't see it maybe on the grocery store, the shelves at Kroger, but it's still perfectly fresh and edible and safe to eat.
And it's pretty impressive. I'll add in that Sarah has really been instrumental since we've been able to kind of take over this program, that we've hit right around 37 million pounds of produce that we've been able to source from farmers around the state through that program that are in many of our farmers' communities, maybe even their neighbor, and they don't even realize it.
Well, people often ask me, why is the Clays for a Cause event a successful event? And I think we're just ordinary people, a lot of ag background, a lot of passion about the people of Kentucky, and then we get to come together with folks like you all that have the same strong feeling. You want to do something that's beyond yourself. I'm just honored, our organization's honored to come alongside you all and do that. So thank you.
Well, definitely thank you. It's been a pleasure to be part of this, and it's been fun to be able to be part of the other nonprofits as well, to be able to see how, because it's a beautiful mix to be able to see all of the different nonprofits that are part of the program, how we really truly are interconnected for so many of the same reasons. And so from housing to hunger, it's all tied together. And so it's hats off to you all for such a great event.
So let's learn a little more today about the Farmers Feeding Kentucky program.
People were coming to the church asking for donations of food, of gas money. So it became something we prayed about, and it is so needed.
I'm actually third generation of this farm. We love producing fresh food that goes to hungry people. We're huge in the church, me and my family. Me and my father both are ministers, and we know that churches can get it to folk who are actually hungry.
When we did this the first week, we had 40 cars. They would come in and they'd roll their window down about that much and they'd hand you their card. Now they come in and they're, where's Mike? Mike's gonna pray with me, So without the help of this and without the volunteers we have, this wouldn't be possible.
We pick usually on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. It goes up the very next day to Feeding Kentucky. We do also Dare to Care. And then we see them pushing it out to the needy.
Our goal is to feed as many people in this neighborhood as we can. One good meal, they get meat with every meal. And sometimes if we have extra, we'll give them extra meat. But overall, we have about 76 volunteers. So 2 hours, we run 260 families through here.
They stand out in the rain. They stand out in the cold.
All weathers, yes.
I give them so much credit
for what they do,
standing out here and doing all this.
They're amazing.
We realize that we can't grow it for free. Takes grants, takes different things like that people will actually pour into organizations that can get the job done.
2 years ago, we had freezers and refrigerators and we ran out of room because we're bagging meat for 200 and whatever families. That's a lot of meat. So we applied for and got a grant from Dare to Care for $25,000, and we installed a walk-in freezer and cooler.
So we see Feeding Kentucky as an organization that is actually getting this job done. Proud that Farm Bureau is now pushing that too, and we hope that that's something that always we can be in the loop with it also.
When you see the faces on these children when they get a cake or they get a bag of apples, things we take for granted every day that we just go and pick up in the grocery store, but they go home and they have nothing in their refrigerator. To be able to give them a box of cereal, it's phenomenal what it does for people and how it lifts them up. It's giving them hope. It's giving them a peace that they know if they don't get anything else, they're going to come here every 2 weeks and they're going to get something to hold them over. Kentucky Farm Bureau and Dare to Care, I just think thank God for them every day.
God bless them,
God
yes.
for them.
Thank God
Thank
for them, and
God.
God bless them that they help everybody like this. This is awesome.
Clear communication is a key to operational excellence. So we've invited a few of our employees to come down and explore that, but with a twist. They won't be able to hear each other. In just a moment, we're going to play a game called Say What? Huh? Right now, we've got 4 employees with us, and they're going to be putting on some headphones with white noise, canceling out anything they should be able to hear in the studio. And I'm going to share a word that needs to make it all the way down the line to see if we can get that word from point A to point B without error. Let's see how we do.
We can do this.
I'm going to give you, there you go, confidence. We like the confidence. I'm going to give you a category to help ease this process just a little bit. So our first category is insurance.
Okay.
Okay? Right. Now if you will put on your headphones, we'll begin. Right. And our first word, protection.
Oh.
Protection.
Protection. Protection.
Obstruction. Obstruction.
Obstruction. Obstruction. Obstruction.
All right. We started one place. Where did we end?
Administration?
That is not even close. She added multiple syllables to that word. The word we were starting with was protection.
Oh.
Protection.
Okay.
Well done.
Huh? Okay, we're ready for round 2. We've shifted categories. We've shifted chairs. Now, our category is Federation, as in the Kentucky Farm Bureau Federation. So if you put your isolation earphones back on.
I'm ready.
Our first word, agriculture. Agriculture.
Hydrophone. Hydrophone.
What I thought I heard was agoraphobia, but certainly can't be right. Agoraphobia. What?
Say what?
We're gonna cheat. Agoraphobia.
Something about agriculture. Agriculture.
Okay, this was a little bit of a journey. We may have landed in the right spot, though. Let's see what we landed with.
Agriculture?
Congratulations,
What?
you did it.
Oh, wow. You were really
You
curious.
reassembled the word because it went way off the rails from the beginning. Huh? It's time for round 3. We've moved. We know the game now. Your category, Kentucky counties.
Oh,
Kentucky counties. All right, let's put our headphones on, get the white noise going.
I just moved here.
Kevin just moved here. This could be a problem. Warren. Warren.
Warren. Warren.
Warren. Warren.
Warren. Warren.
Okay, let's see the guy who's not from Kentucky.
Rhodey.
What was that?
Rhodey.
Yeah, I think the name of the game is appropriate here. Say what? The word we were looking for was Warren County.
so
Warren
close.
County.
So close.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
are real close.
I'll just
Where
let
is
you
that?
know it broke down right there. So, round 4, final round, final chance. We want to get one right. Here we go. The category is the broad category of Kentucky.
Oh,
Kentucky is our category. So let's put our headphones on. And the word, basketball.
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 Basketball is correct. She didn't even take the headphones off. She knew it from the start. That may have been an easy one here in the Bluegrass State.
Thank you.
Excellent job, everybody. We thank you for being here for part of our game that we like to call, say what? Huh?
Well, as you can see, communication sometimes can be quite the challenge. I'd like to take time now to thank all of our sponsors, participants, and employees who helped make Clays for a Cause such a huge success this year. Without their support, it simply wouldn't be possible. And while we're at it, let's also thank all of our employees, our agents, and office staff who work so hard every day to support KFB members throughout the state. They're essential to our operational excellence. Now, if you want to see what else our employees are up to outside of work, be sure to check out our KFB Spotlight playlist on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe now for future KFB content. And we'll see you next time on the KFB Show.